Welcome, guys.
Clap, clap.
No. Take 2. Let it run.
Love it. Clap, clap.
Clap, clap. Okay, take 3. Thank you, Ruben. Take 4.
No, I think we should restart everything.
Welcome, guys, to the before the races, the chat show brought to you by MotoZA, the South African Renaissance, fueled by Weathered Garage and empowered by Liqui Moly. Today we find ourselves, well, first of all, host Ziggy Brodaka, co-host Matt Gulnys, and we will introduce you now. But we find ourselves here at the last round of the South African National Series in Chestnut in Johannesburg, in the Cullinan area, which I'm just here. I don't actually know.
Bronkhorst,
Cullinan, and I saw Springs on the board. I've always heard about it on the news somehow. So I saw a lot of names. It's like, wow, look, it's interesting.
It is interesting.
Interesting out here, yeah.
Yeah. So today we've been graced by one of our partners, sponsors, Prepsol South Africa. And we have Hayden Jones here.
Lucky to be here. Thank you for having me.
And welcome. And,
Thank you.
And we thought we'll take this opportunity to just explain, well, Prepsol, your partnership with us. Actually, just the whole Prepsol theme.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool affiliation.
Cool affiliation, yeah.
Cool affiliation.
Yeah, no.
So I guess to start, okay, so people know Prepsol. I mean, I grew up with it. You used it as a kid most probably because there was...
My dad was like obsessed with the product. We actually used to buy it from our local Midas.
Yes,
okay.
that's right.
Even if someone else approached us, if there was something on board that came to bike wash, Prepsol was the way to go. Yeah. My dad would rather spend the bucks to use Prepsol because he knew it worked.
Yeah, it works really well. That's why I'm lucky. I don't sell a terrible product, which it helps me a lot. I just say, hey, look here, use it and it works. So it helps me a lot. Yeah.
No, same. And with my brother, when they moved to Dubai, he says, Ziggy, there's no Prepsol here. We need to make a plan.
Yeah.
Load containers or something.
Make a plan, dog.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get chemicals across the border. That's our only issue.
And even if you send it dry and someone mixes it, it's still a
also,
problem.
we can't control quality. We can't control consistency. We can't control the pricing in that instance. We actually, in order to get it over the border, even into the middle of Africa, anywhere across the border, we have to set up a whole depot there. That's a way to do it. You have to set up mixing tanks.
That's going to be hectic.
Get the raw materials. Prepsol's always been a proudly South African company. All of our raw materials South African. Everything. There's maybe 1 or 2 things here and there that might be imported here and there, but most of the things are South African. So in order to keep what we stand for and what it is, it will be very difficult. Africa's easier, but across Dubai, we've got a lot of phone calls from New Zealand, Australia, guys that have moved across there saying there's nothing here for them to use.
Interesting.
So it's something we're looking into, it's something we're getting into, but for now we just want to make sure that South Africa's...
Something could always be done, hey?
100%, something can always be done, yeah.
Takes time. Good things take time,
Good things take time, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And about Prepsol, can you give us a little rundown? Like you said in the beginning now, it's South African based, everything is from here. But is it a Joburg based thing? Is there no one in Cape? How does it work?
Prepsol was initially invented or designed in 1964, around there. We've sort of set a date at 1964. It was designed by a company called Leghorn, and the idea was they needed a machine head cleaner in mines. And the problem with the mines is there's so much red tape when you go down there. The products have to have so many specifications. There's so many lists. The rules are incredible. Non-caustic, non-abrasive, non-flammable, no flash point, stuff like that. So then they invented the Prepsol Degreaser, and it was the first water-based degreaser in South Africa at the time. Sure. And it was used primarily in the mines and sold by a company called Leghorn. And then in the early 90s, the owner of the company, Paul, he used to work for Leghorn. He was I think he was a production manager or something to that. He then, Leghorn was eventually sold to a company called Amco, which are just up the road. They do a lot of hair shampoos and stuff. And then one of his acquisitions was he wanted Prepsol Degreaser. So he acquired Prepsol Degreaser, the rights and the recipes for it, and then started Allijam. This was in the early 90s.
Okay, so there's that word Allijam.
Allijam, yes.
I've never heard of that.
Yes, Allijam's a holding company. Yeah, Allijam's a holding company.
Is it on the bottle?
Yes, yeah.
So it's just like the little description, SABS approved, blah, blah, blah. I've never seen that word.
Yeah, so Allijam is a holding company, much like ABI would be the holding company of Coca-Cola, or KTM owns Husqvarna gas, whatever. It's just the company's called Allijam. We have other products within Allijam's company, but Prepsol is our flagship brand for Allijam. So Allijam's just the company I work for. I work for Allijam. Prepsol's one of our brands.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so there's a lot we're trying to get out in terms of brands.
And is your main focus just Prepsol, or do you do multiple?
We do a couple. We've got a wash and wax from the Allijam range. So there's a Prepsol range, Allijam range, and the Jet range. Allijam range has got a wash and wax, a glass and window cleaner. We just about to implement our dashboard cleaner, tire shines, and then essentially the Allijam range is going to target wholesales, so car washes, hostels, kitchens, stuff like that, where you can just have a one-stop shop. I'm sure all you guys, you bought something, but you always have to do 15 different invoices to get one thing. Where our idea
all in
is
one spot.
we literally, you go to one company, you say you want all of your stuff, and we base it off of Prepsol success. We know Prepsol works. Everybody knows Prepsol works.
And
it's
the
a
name's
well-known
big
name.
enough already.
So we based that off of Prepsol. We wanted to leave Prepsol what it was. So Prepsol's its standalone brand, because we could have made the Prepsol wash and wax, a Prepsol so and so, but the idea was to separate, to make Prepsol its premium brand that it is, and then leverage off of that the other brands. So when we do car washes, car shows,
brilliant idea.
more like
Smart
that,
move, yes, definitely.
100%, yeah.
And you just mentioned, so we have spoken quite a bit. So you have started stuff for bicycles.
So the bicycle range
So
is something in the
expanded quite a bit.
There's so
already.
many little things that are popping up with bicycle range, mountain bike range, car wash range.
Definitely, definitely. The problem,
there's so much bike wash coming into the market.
that's
now.
the problem. Is it's a very fluctuated market, especially for like car wash and waxes and cleaning products in general. Because at the end of the day, everything needs to be cleaned. Everything, your cars, floors, walls,
Household detergents.
everything needs to be cleaned. So anyone can make a cleaning degreaser. Anyone can make something. It's just, first of all, how the product works. Is it good? And can you meet supply? Are you able to do it? Some guy can say, I want 50,000 liters. Can you actually do it? That's how the fly-by-night guys generally don't make it, is with supply and demand. They have a good product, they just can't get the product out. And
the quantities
are, and the quality of product. We have to be consistent in every product we make. Every product has to be exactly the same. Like any other product, it has to meet a certain
The difference is, I'm sure you guys have a lab,
Yes,
lab,
chemicals,
so there's it's not some 50, 30
No,
spoons of
yeah.
stuff, and then
Yes.
you start mixing and going. It should
But
be
explain
good.
explain to the viewers. Do you need to dilute the product?
You can.
So do you buy it raw as is, and then do you
Yes.
have to dilute it? What's the ratio?
Yes, so you can. So Prepsol essentially is water-based, so it's fairly easy on most things in terms
Not
of
too
metals,
aggressive.
not too aggressive. Yeah, it doesn't leave streaks on aluminium, it doesn't damage rubber. People often ask us, can you clean rubber? And the answer is no, because as soon as we clean rubber, you're going to start damaging your seals, you're going to start corroding things. At the end of the day, it is a degreaser. It's not going to stop cleaning, it's going to continuously clean, so you need to wash it away. But yeah, you can dilute it. We dilute, there's a dilution table I can show you, maybe we can send to the guys. But you can pretty much dilute it 20 to 1, like put 100 mils and you can fill up with 200 mils of water and you'll be fine. It just depends on what you're cleaning. If you're washing your bike, you can dilute it all the way down. Like even the guys here will put it in their, those
little
weed
pump
sprays.
action.
Yeah, and you just put a little bit of Prepsol and fill it up with water. And it's most guys put it straight on. Whatever
I
you want
used
to do.
to straight. It depends how greasy your motor
Depends how
is,
greasy
or
it is.
exhaust pipe oil
Yeah.
pissing all over or whatever.
Yeah.
Then
If it's like an O-ring or something, or the head gasket or something, then I would suggest spraying Prepsol directly on. But you can, 25 litre, you can get 40 litres out of that.
Yeah, my dad, 25 used to last us about 2 days.
Yeah, when the amount you
Really?
clean.
Yeah, my dad is insane with that stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Non-stop.
Yeah, we have annual baths at Allijam. I only shower once a year. They just coat us in Prepsol and then I'm clean for the
That's
rest
the
of the year.
smell now.
Yeah, that's the.
yeah.
No, it's a good product. You can dilute it. Most of the guys that we sell to, which will be your big industries, your mines, your stuff like that, your wholesale guys, they just spraying it directly on.
of course, but it's heavy industry.
But it's heavy industry stuff for your general household use. Yeah, like you say, you can take a 25 litre, make it into close to 50 litres of product.
And your lab in Joburg, eh?
In Joburg, yeah. So we're all based in Jeppystown. We distribute from Jeppystown, and then we've got trucks that will take it from Joburg, Cape Town to our big RDCs and DCs, which are our big suppliers, AutoZones, Midas, stuff like that. And then they distribute it to their smaller.
So no one can buy direct from you, eh?
You can, but it's a bit of a process.
Okay.
It's
This is where we come in
yes, 100%.
through the show.
Yeah, 100%.
So at some point
That's-
there will be supply
Yes.
to us, and then we sell it through the show. We can have discount codes. We can do however.
100%.
Damn
So that's the
clever.
idea.
You
It's-
Same
understand?
as Liqui.
we
Yes,
have
same with the liquid
to
moly as well.
rely heavily on our retailers and agencies to promote and sell our product. We can't, unfortunately, have guys knocking on our factory door for one trigger. It just
that's
it's just
gonna
not
make sense.
sustainable. If you want to buy a lot of the stock, that's fine. But smaller, we rely heavily on our AutoZones, Midas, Builders Warehouse, those sort of guys. We support them in terms of promotions, and then stuff like this, like the National Motocross, helps us a lot. We've got a lot of of business from it. People phone me. Some guys, I bring product to the track for them.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to do these sort of things.
I've never seen a smile big on our mechanic's face from Casty Racing. Our mechanic from Casty Racing, Andrew. I've never seen a bigger smile on since we've been doing the nationals this year. He's come back to the pits multiple times with a bigger smile on his face, and I always say, "Hey, what's happening now? Why you look so happy? What's going on here?" He's like, "Dude, Prepsol's guys are offering to wash our bikes for free.
Yeah.
I didn't need to wash bikes today."
Yeah. We got guys that come to every race. Like, we don't put a gun to the said. You don't have to wash your bike, but the guys are there. If you see someone struggling a lot with his bike,
it helps. On a race day, it definitely helps. I mean,
100%. We got machines there. Everybody entrance gets a free Prepsol bottle, so they've got product to wash their bikes with. So we're just offering a service, just helping the guys out.
Amazing.
Nationals are stressful for everybody.
Are you gonna? So this is the last one for the year.
Yes, yeah.
Are you gonna be sponsoring next year the national series?
Very good chance. Very good chance. My boss especially, he's likes sustainability. He likes consistency, and it definitely does help.
Yeah, don't feature in and then disappear
go
again.
Away again. Yeah. We've had a couple of sponsors at the nationals before. Since I've been here, we've had how many energy drink sponsors? There's just been lots of guys coming and going. Which I understand things happen. Money changes hands, whatever. But we like to sustain as long as we possibly can. We like to support the motocross guys. Essentially, that's what brought Prepsol out into for sale was the motorbike community. One of as far as I can imagine, one of the miners started to wash his bike and went, "Hey, this stuff actually washes bikes." And then they started retailing it, selling it, or got contracts with AutoZone, Midas, and most of your mechanics over the age of 30 will have heard about Prepsol. They know what it is.
Everyone knows.
They've used it before, so we just got to leverage off of that. And that's a bad idea. Sponsoring these sort of events, rallies, enduro events, stuff where things can get dirty and money.
Your affiliation, are you the Joburg rep or?
Yeah, so we're quite a small company, so I do quite a bit, but essentially my title will be brand manager, but key accounts manager, sales rep, our full product review. I do deliveries, we do
jump on board
we
in every
we
direction.
do. When you need me, I'm there. We do help, but I manage all of the social media stuff, the websites, a lot of the front end, not much of the back end. I can, but I don't want to mess up that whole deal. And then we'll do all the events with the guys, meet the stores, meet the clients, meet the buyers. We're a small company in the whole of South Africa, so it's quite tough. We drive a lot, we travel a lot. Motocross helps because then I can actually go to Cape Town for a reason. We do the motocross.
I come down a few days earlier.
100%. Stay a week or 2 weeks afterwards.
Do business as well, I guess.
100%. Yeah. So it does work all together. It works well together. So motocross we're visiting clients. But there's essentially 2 of us for the whole country. So.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's hectic.
It's a lot. A lot of phone calls we make, a lot of things to do. But yeah, we're expanding. We're getting a lot bigger. We're getting new products out. We're moving forward. Prepsol, like you said, it's a very good brand. It generally sells itself. You just show the guy, hey, look, check it cleans it.
Yeah, same as like an NGK, for example.
100%.
You don't walk into a Midas and try and give a little speech on how to sell a spark plug from NGK. It does it by itself.
Does it by itself. 100%. Yeah,
but that's also years and years.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So Prepsol essentially was a mine cleaner. That's what it started as, and through the public using it and liking it was when it sort of changed to. We've now actually rebranded the product. It's no longer an engine cleaner or classified as an engine cleaner. It's now an all-purpose degreaser and engine cleaner, and the reason for that is the mommy with her pram in the spa is not going to buy an engine cleaner to clean her house, and that's what Prepsol can do. You can clean anything in the house. We clean floors, walls.
I use it.
We clean it.
We clean the bath.
Everything.
No, I really did. That's a cool product.
No,
really.
I promise
Sinks,
you. Sinks, anything.
Not a lot of people that are viewing now will know that.
100%.
They only think of, if they see Prepsol, they've seen it at a motocross track, they think it's motocross affiliated.
Yeah,
that's 100%. It. They don't see further than that.
Yeah, the product we use, I have a little bit of tile cleaner in the house, and that's just for the smell. And then most Prepsol for cleaning the tiles, floors, everything.
No,
the only thing Prepsol doesn't have is a disinfectant, so I wouldn't use it to disinfect something, but it's going to clean all the grease off your stovetop. You know those.
This is so cool. I don't know. I need an extra bottle when I enter tomorrow morning,
I'll
please.
Bring you one.
The missus will want one.
No, I'll bring you 100%. Your extractor fans also, you take the extractor fan, soak it in some Prepsol, cleans the extractor fan because it's oil. Anything oily and greasy, it's a degreasing agent.
So good for the kitchen.
Good for the kitchen. Yeah, we looking Prepsol can have an SABS for food grade. There's a couple more things we need to do to get it, but the product is essentially there, where you can use it in your kitchens and stuff like that. It's safe. It's safe to use. I wouldn't drink it, but it's like you're not going to drink dishwashing liquid, but you'll wash your.
You might have a lot of bubbles coming out all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you have to go to the doctor very quickly. But yeah, it works everywhere, absolutely anywhere. We've shoes, clothing. We sell to laundromats.
That's so cool to know.
Yeah, guys clean grease out of their kit.
Yes,
and
no, of course. I spray it on everything because
kit as well.
Kit, yeah, 100%.
And it's not that harsh, so.
Yes.
And it's environmentally friendly and all that.
Yes, yeah. So to an extent, the environmental friendly community, or whatever you would call it, the commissions have really put the bar up since Prepsol was made. So we are looking at a couple of changes to the product to get it to that very much green value, but it's tough. We don't want to change Prepsol. We don't want to make Prepsol not what it is. And if we can't make it clean as effectively as it does, then there's no point. We got to make sure that if we do change anything, it's unnoticeable. You don't notice it in the color. You don't notice it in the way the product works. And the general consumer shouldn't know that the product has changed. That's a very tough thing to do because Prepsol's been going for so long. It's very hard to change something that's set. And
you can't break away what's already standing. You can't do that.
That recipe is there.
100%. There's only a few people that know what goes into it, so it's a very much lock and key sort of situation. There's not many people who, you can get the recipe, but how do you mix it? What quantities? How long? There's a lot that goes into it, and we're mixing a lot of the stuff.
It's a science.
Yeah, it's a science, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Evans waterless coolant is the solution to boiling over, so you can push your vehicle like this, and this, and this, without fearing the temperature gauge. Evans waterless coolant. Defeat the heat.
Good product.
Cool, man.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. Very cool to know. Also for the viewers.
Yeah, I'm
to
glad.
know.
Yeah, I'm glad we get
There's a lot
some
of things
more,
that I've learned.
more info. And I'll give you one. Take it back to the wife. You can use it for anything.
Personally, I can't use it in the kitchen because I don't cook.
Yeah.
I don't know how to cook.
Toast a sandwich here and there.
Ziggy's the same. So
don't know how to cook. I cook very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Mostly Indian, but okay, doesn't matter.
Right. I'll make a toasted sandwich or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Cool. Thank you very much, buddy.
But Hayden was really cool. I know we always talk on the phone. You up here and we down in Cape Town, but to sit down like this, it's.
No, definitely.
The phone calls are always so rushed. I have to go.
Yeah, I'm always working and doing something.
And now you can elaborate for the viewers
100%,
on what more Prepsol can do than what they originally think it does.
Definitely. It's a great show, great idea. I've always said to Ziggy, this show is really clever. It's a good way to get people involved. Like, I had no idea that Blanche was a famous racer. I had no idea. I'd been speaking to the guy.
Shannon.
Shannon, yeah. Yes. I'd been chatting to him for motocrosses for 3-4 years, and I had absolutely no idea the cycle was.
So it was informative.
Wow. Yeah, very, very much informative. I'm part of the motocross. I don't really ride. I used to when I was a lighty, but I can't ride. We had too many events all the time. So I'll sort of see it as from an outsider, but inside. You get track access. I can see all the guys, but I don't actually ride the bike. So these sort of shows.
Yeah, but
really
even now
helps.
that you're involved in the sport, but like you say, you didn't know who Shannon was.
Didn't know, yeah.
But being at the track, it's also sort of work for you for the day as
100%.
well. You getting the brand out there more. You're explaining to people what it does extra.
Definitely.
So like if you're chatting to the Oak for 2-3 years, he's not going to turn around and say, hey, this is who I am.
Of course, yeah.
This is part of the show.
100%. That's why the show's brilliant. It's really, really good. It's a great idea, and I hope it takes
I think we're on the right track. Yes,
definitely.
Some direction, but it comes. It
comes
naturally,
100%. And you've got some good guests, good people coming along. It's Chestnut, yeah.
Chestnut.
It's a good concept, good idea, and hopefully it just goes well and you see it skyrocket.
Lastly, when is that home range products coming out to Spar, or where we're going to have it?
So the new ranges, we're washing waxes out. Our glass window cleaner is very, very close. Most of these products are hard to get listed because the market for them is so fluctuated. So essentially, especially your car wash and waxes, try and beat Shield. It's very difficult to beat Shield. It's very difficult to get
Maguire's.
into. Maguire's is easier because they're very expensive.
Okay,
So
yeah, price range.
it's a good product, but it's expensive. So you got to look at it that way. How do you market your product? Do you market it in terms of this is a premium brand, it's really expensive, but it works? Or do you say it's a very good product, we can make a lot of it for you, but it's at a decent price range?
Yeah.
And Shield's able to sell all of their products at incredibly cheap because their factory is massive and they do a lot. So it's tough, but we listed in stores like Olvaga and stuff like that. But the idea for these house cleaning ranges is more to just sort of go to these hostels, these schools, these kitchens, food trucks. Imagine your food truck, you could clean the whole food truck with our product. Everything, the glass, the window, the engine, the floors, the walls, shine your tires, you get a pack and you're ready to rumble. So not many people do that.
That's cool.
So that's the idea, is just to have a one-stop shop. We launching the product slowly but surely. For now, it's just the two. Our glass window cleaner should come out before the end of the year, and then the next year we'll start throwing out some more products. But like we say, if it's got the name of Allijam and Prepsol behind it, it has to be. We can't just get something that just barely works. It has to work exactly as it says in order for us to, keep Allijam proper.
Okay.
Well done, guys. That's very cool.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you
I'm
very much.
really proud to have you on as a
100%.
partner.
Thank you. Yeah.
Prepsol, it's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah,
It's-
100%.
As well as Hayden, obviously not just
Hayden,
Yeah,
you're
I'm here
amazing
as well.
too. You are amazing.
Cheers, Ziggy. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much,
Thanks,
buddy.
Matt. Yeah, cheers.
Okay.
Thanks. Cheers.
All right. Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Water. For 100 years, we've used water mixed with conventional antifreeze to cool engines because nothing transfers heat better. But water's limitations present multiple challenges. For starters, water's low boiling point can lead to steam generation and an overheated engine, is the root cause of corrosion in your engine, and supports electrolysis, where water acts like a conductor, allowing an electrochemical charge between dissimilar metals that can degrade your radiator over time. For decades, drivers and auto enthusiasts have searched for ways to overcome these age-old issues, but until now, there hasn't been a viable solution. Enter Evans waterless coolant. While most coolants today contain 50% water, Evans doesn't use it at all. Evans features a revolutionary water-free formula that prevents corrosion and doesn't support electrolysis, meaning it won't eat away at engine metals. The biggest difference, though, is Evans' boiling point, 375 degrees, which is far higher than water's at 212 degrees and regular coolants at 235. Unlike water-based coolants, this means Evans won't form vapor in your engine. Why is that important? Because vapor pockets forming between liquid coolant and metal components create a barrier that prevents heat from being drawn away from the engine, which is a coolant's job in the first place. Water conducts heat extremely well as long as it remains a liquid. But quickly and without notice, vaporization takes away nearly all of water's capacity to transfer heat. With vapor existing between engine metals and liquid coolant, hotspots develop in the metal. Pressure builds, the coolant begins to boil, and the engine overheats. When engines overheat, people are stranded on the side of the road, get stuck out in the woods, and lose races. Overheating can ruin not only your day, but under the surface, ruin your engine. Evans is safer and more stable than traditional coolants because it prevents the high pressure levels that lead to boilovers and volcanic radiator eruptions, meaning hoses, seals, and gaskets are less likely to leak and will last longer. From cars to trucks to motorcycles, Evans is an enabler. It allows safe, consistent, and efficient operation in temperature ranges that are simply unreachable with water. Evans handles extreme conditions that put stress on your engine, such as high heat, heavy loads, or blockages that disrupt airflow to the radiator. With Evans, your operating ceiling is raised. Evans does its job well past the point where other coolants fail. even in situations where performance isn't your main objective, such as with classic or vintage cars. Evans helps preserve the engine by eliminating the long-term corrosive effects of water, which is exactly why collectors and museums use Evans to protect their investments. What all this adds up to is the safest, most efficient, and most reliable coolant available. Whether idling in traffic, off-roading, or racing, drivers and riders finally have a solution to the problem water presents. Evans waterless coolant provides permanent protection, reduced maintenance, and enhanced performance, even under the most extreme conditions. Learn more and find out where you can get yours at www.evanscoolant.com.